esteemed representatives of our financial world, distinguished guests, I would like to greet you all with the most heartfelt sentiments and affection.
Kamuoyuyla paylaşılacak olan katılım finans strateji belgesinin
I hope and pray that the participation finance strategy document to be announced with the public be auspicious for our country, for our nation, and for all the related stakeholders. I would like to thank everyone who contributed to the preparation of the participation finance strategy document, starting with our presidency finance office. As it is the case in other fields, we are working in order to increase our standards in the financial world. As a result, all those activities are quite meaningful. More importantly, the global economic crisis, which is deepening and aggravated by the increase in commodity and food crisis, affect all the economies negatively, starting with the most advanced ones. We are going through such times. As the global crisis never ends in recent times, the Republic of Turkey drawing its lessons from the global crisis, and Turkey succeeded differentiating itself from other countries. If we have to speak much more clearly, we should be saying that they are the ones who are setting traps and also opting for coup attempts in order to derail Turkey from its development path. And the last one of those attacks were targeting our economy, but something unexpected came into being. Our resilient fight against all those traps made us much more stronger. However, all those unexpected crises disclosed the weaknesses of the trap setters. The issue of inflation has been tackled, and hopefully by tackling the inflation problem altogether we will build the century of Turkey. In the meantime, the global economic crisis brings along many more problems, and it continues to haunt the whole world. And one of the fields which has been affected the most negatively is the finance system. Indeed, the financial system has many drawbacks and many more problems beyond those negative ramifications of the global crisis. The main duty of the financial center should be becoming the driving engine of the economic development by orienting the investments to the right path. But unfortunately, the global financial system cannot accomplish this target. So right now, we are seeing a financial system in which other sectors are indeed nourishing the financial system rather than vice versa. This constitutes an unsustainable system. The wealth and income injustices increase, which is triggered by the financial system. And the problems resulting out of the same financial system at the same time negatively affects the welfare level of many countries. In 2021, the global indebtedness rate reached to $303 trillion, which is 3.5 times more than the global income. We have seen that the global markets didn't draw the lessons from the 2008 global financial crisis, and we see that they are repeating the same mistakes. Unfortunately, within 20 years, the global indebtedness ratio increased by being multiplied. So this financial system decrease its contribution to the social welfare and social prosperity. So this reality has been acknowledged by the World Bank, OECD, and by IMF and many more international institutions in an explicit manner. Seeking for a new financial architecture is gaining more ground and momentum. At the epicenter of this new financial system should be justice, sharing, and also the human being. So any other financial structure will not be sustainable. The history is filled with numerous such examples. That's why the global financial architecture should find its basis on justice and human being. As a result, a new financial model should be developed. So, as an alternative to current unsustainable financial structure, we extend any kind of support so that a new financial system can be developed, so that we will contribute to our national and also global economy. That's what we hope. Distinguished guests, just sharing and production and the moral values should be the basis of alternative financial model. And one of such examples is the participation financial system. And the star of the participation finance will be based on sharing of the risks and also the moral values. As a result, the light of the participation finance is shining even more brightly. As it is the case in many other fields, our country has been working in order to strengthen the financial sustainability and also to increase the variety of the products in the participation finance. Our country and our public banks have overcome many financial attacks targeted against our country, and they have been the driving force of this new system. And the reason behind the success story of our new economic model is thanks to the changing variety of our products. We have founded our economic model on the basis of current account surplus, production, employment, and exports. As those fields constitute the main pillars of our new economic model, we have made use of all those means and opportunities provided by the participation finance. Orienting the real sector income to the financial investments, all those instruments and all those tools have been quite essential. The participation finance system will provide much more efficiency in our path reaching to our economic targets and our economic goals. But I also would like to state with great sorrow that the participation finance couldn't find its potential that it deserves in the international finance. In order to change this situation, as the government, we will continue to provide every support so that the participation finance can be improved and its share in the international finance can improve even further. In order to realize it, we have adopted many policies. In all our public strategy documents, we have chosen and defined the participation finance as one of our priority areas for short and midterm action plans, and we have started executing many action plans regarding to that. In order to make sure that the participation finance reaches to its deserved position, we will continue to do our shares and what is incumbent upon all of us. At this very point, there is one very important fact that I would like to underline here. In a country where the religious sensitivities of the people are quite high, like the Republic of Turkey, we should first and foremost understand the reasons behind the lack of success of a participation finance, and we should tackle all those root causes. We should, first of all, create this perception that the participation finance institutions are no different from the conventional banks. So it has already very well established in the perception of our public. That's why we might change the name of those institutions from participation banks to the participation finance institutions. Even the change in this name on its own will start differentiating the participation banks and the participation finance institutions in the perception of our public. So this will also show in a simple manner the differences in terms of the instruments opted by those different institutions. Hopefully, by solving this problem, we believe that the participation banks will embark upon a journey of fast growth. Distinguished guests, today we are carrying out the publicity event of the Participation Finance Strategy document, and this strategy document will present a new alternative to the conventional global financial system, and it will contribute remarkably to this purpose. As it is well known, the participation finance, the participation capital markets, and participation insurance are important and integral elements of the system. Each one of those instruments are valuable in their sense, and they will be enriched with new derivatives. They have such kind of a potential. In order to realize our targets, of course, we had started working for preparing the strategy document. The main aim of our strategy document is to provide legal, administrative, and institutional infrastructure for the term between 2022 and 2025, at the same time realizing a very important transformation in the current system. As it is the case for other strategy documents, we have prepared our strategy document with the participation of broad stakeholders. We have defined 5 main goals and 18 targets and 84 action plans within the framework of our strategy document. For the realization and execution of the action plans, 27 institutions, together with other stakeholders, will undertake huge responsibilities. Hopefully, and if God is willing, the participation finance institutions will play a very important part together with our banking sector so that Turkey can reach to its economic development goals. Hopefully, that will be the thing that we will observe all together. And in order to make sure that the participation finance can play the role that we expect from it for the development of our country, it is an obligation that the action plans defined in the strategy document is executed. Otherwise, we will not only miss the opportunities which can be provided by this finance system, but at the same time we will be deprived of an alternative financial instruments. So with this understanding, we are doing our share in order to improve participation finance, and we will continue to do so. Starting with the participation finance institutions, we are expecting the necessary support from all the stakeholders of this system. So with these feelings in my heart, once again I hope and pray that the participation finance strategy document be auspicious for our country and for our nation. I would like to thank everyone who contributed to the preparation of this strategy document. I salute you all with love and respect. May you all stay healthy and safe.
Saygıdeğer Cumhurbaşkanımıza yüksek hitapları için şükranlarımızı arz ediyoruz. Zat-ı alilerinin sertifika merasimi için bir süre daha sahnede kalmasını istirham ediyoruz. Katılım Genç Gelişim Programı'nın sertifika takdimi için Finans Ofisi Başkanımız Sayın Profesör Doktor Göksel Aşan'ı da sahneye davet ediyorum. Cumhurbaşkanlığı Finans Ofisi ve İFKEP Building işbirliğiyle bu yıl ikincisi gerçekleştirilen Katılım Genç Gelişim Programı'nda dereceye girenleri sertifikalarını Sayın Cumhurbaşkanım verecekler, istirham ediyoruz. 14 Mayıs 3 Temmuz 2022 tarihlerinde ikincisi gerçekleştirilen